All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is faster than I expected, and it looks like it at least appears to be, I don't know, but I'm assuming it is, that my Tales of Suspense 39 with the crack case that I sent back to PGX has already returned, which is amazing, the turnaround, and I am forever grateful for Daniel Patterson and PGX. So, if it is that book, and I don't know because I'm going to unbox it with you. I only sent this book out. It was either Thursday or Friday of last week, and I asked them if it was possible they could do a fast track of it, but I would have understood if they couldn't do it. And it seems like I mean I just got a knock on the door, and I was like, who the heck is coming here? I didn't order pizza or anything. And I see a box from PGX, and this is smaller than the normal one, so I'm assuming this isn't the last four books I sent in. So we're gonna unbox it and um, show it in front of you guys. So welcome and thanks for viewing my channel. My name is Chris. This is We Love Comics. And while I'm waiting for a couple of people to come in, if you want to support the channel, like the 13 awesome people have already done, and get your name up there every single video I do, you can go to patreon.com/slash we love comics. It really is helpful, especially towards the 20 to 25 stray cats that I feed twice a day, every day. And now apparently I'm taking care of two wild ducks because they have not left my property in the past week or so. They just came to my house one day and they won't leave. It's cool to have ducks just want to stay in your property, but I'm almost afraid that if I start seeing like two rhinoceroses, that I should all of a sudden have the urge to build an ark. I don't know what it is, but nature is sending all its animals to me for some reason. So your support is definitely grateful. So shout out to my paid Patreon members: Sith Lord Michael B, Kevin W, Dan L, Herbert R, Annabelle N, Jason B, Kim N, Blessed, which is our last and latest Patreon member to join our community. So thank you. And then the last four, like I always say, if you want, other than just your name shouted out, if you want me to do a link to your website, if you have a business, YouTube channel, or your social network, just let me know, and I have no problem with doing that. So check out Kendall Kid Comics on YouTube. Check out Scott WU077 at Instagram. Check out Stephen L. Turk Author on Facebook. And then last but not least, check out Silver Age Surfer underscore comics on Instagram. Unfortunately, we didn't reach the 20 members to be able to give away that comic. I was actually pretty surprised about that. But if I get 20 members at any point, if I get 20 paid members, there are giveaways that I'm trying to give away to my Patreon members as a way to say thank you for your contributions. So join again at patreon.com/slash we love comics. And for every $2 that you put into the account, you'll get one entry. So you could do the bare minimum, which is $2 to join anybody's Patreon as a paid member. But the more you put in, the more chances once we get up to 20 paid members. So let's put on the video camera. Excuse the way I look. I was literally about to take a nap, but it's been a long week, so I apologize for not making any videos lately. You guys know how life is sometimes. But here's the box, and you could see it's thinner than the normal box. So I'm assuming that this is the Tales of Suspense 39, which unfortunately got cracked. Which I'm like, of all the books to get cracked, it had to be that one, right? So I originally wasn't going to send it back right away. And then I was like, you know what? I just want to get it over with. This one was a interesting ride. If you've been following my videos about the whole thing and the situations that occurred, it was definitely stressful. Now, none of it was PGX's fault. It had to do with the post office, who almost lost the book when I finally decided for the first time ever to spend almost $90 to overnight it so we'd avoid any problems. And they almost lost it. As a matter of fact, they did lose it at one point because they couldn't tell me where it was. So, that was a little horrifying. And then, because PGX is busy and everything, and their priority is going to be their paid members, which I can obviously understand and appreciate, even though they were kind enough to say they'd fast track it, which ultimately they did in the long run. but it did take a little bit longer. And then to get it back, which went from 3.5, but because of a pressing and dry cleaning, it was bumped up to a 5.0, which I'm incredibly happy with. I find out when I did the unboxing that the only of the four cases that cracked was this one. That wasn't a major crack, but if you're going to resell something eventually, a cracked case is going to definitely keep that from happening. Oh, wait a minute. I thought that said PGX. Okay, so this isn't the Tales of Suspense number 39. It's actually the EGS comics. All right, so that's going to change everything as far as the video is concerned. So I apologize for that if anybody gets disappointed. And not disappointed. I was going to say, because normally they don't even pick up the comic until Wednesdays. And I'm like, how would they have gotten it and then sent it back? But these are probably the last two books that I sent in to EGS to get graded. So this is a completely different video than what I thought. So I apologize, but still shout out to PGX. But now we're definitely going to give a shout out to EGS because I haven't been able to send any books to them in a couple of months due to financial situations of paying for shipping and stuff like that. Because yes, I sold a couple of comics from my auctions, but that's to pay bills and stuff. So we're going to do an EGX unboxing. So if people are disappointed, like I said, that's the weird thing about doing live videos. I'm not going to know what's in the box. So again, I assumed that's what it was, and I thought it said PGX, but I guess with my old age, vision is not what it used to be. We have two EGS books. So that changes the course of this situation, but shout out to EGS. I have a deal with them where they allow me to send in two books every month to get pressed, dry cleaned, signature verification if need be. But there's a special for you guys. If you use the code We Love Comics on your order, you can get $5 off your first order if you send 10 or more books. And also, you can get one of them pressed for free. You do have to mention it on your invoice to get those. Pino says, "Oh boy, you must be disappointed." Not really, because like I said, I just mailed that book back on Friday, and they don't check their P.O. box until Wednesday, which means they won't have the box until tomorrow. So I was like, when I saw that I had a box there, and I assumed it was PGX, I just looked quickly, and it's very small writing. I'm like, how could they have gotten it that turnaround that quick? I mean, it is what it is. I'm not disappointed in the sense of like upset or anything. But ironically, considering how the situation is going with that book, and the whole scenario of sending it out and everything, um, it doesn't surprise me that this happened. And this has been an interesting week. We'll just leave it at that. But I have no problem with doing an unboxing of EGS books, even though that's not what I initially thought it was. So my apologies to Tony over at EGS because I was expecting something different and I should have read the label a little bit more carefully. But, I'm not upset or anything. But let's show the two books. So this is Spawn number 288. This is dual signed, and they do signature verification. This was signed by Francesco Mattina and also Todd McFarlane. I'm not looking at the grade, I have it covered. So it's got dual signatures. I paid $175 for this book. Great condition, especially for a book that's all white. Now, I believe this is a black and white variant. I don't know much about the Spawn series because I haven't collected the Spawn series since I collected like the first 13 or 14 issues, somewhere around there. So if anybody knows if this is a black and white variant or if this is the regular issue of Spawn 288, let me know. But I bought it because of the dual signatures and the fact that it was high grade. Even if I think something's 9.8, I always say between a 9.4 and a 9.8. So with white pages. So we'll see what it says. And there we go, 9.8. So very happy with that. Um, it says Spawn 13 or 18 homage cover. Okay, but I don't know if it's a variant or anything. So if anybody knows, let me know. But it does say that signed by Todd McFarlane and Francesco Mattina. White pages, of course. So especially when you're talking a book that's all white, it's going to show every little defect. The same thing with an all black cover. So they actually returned the certificate of authenticity. Now, the of authenticity was only for Francesco Mattina. The seller told me that Todd McFarlane signed it at a different date and he got it sent signed himself, so it didn't have a certificate of authenticity. But I've seen, and I'm sure many of you have seen Todd McFarlane's signature. Very hard to duplicate, and I always thought that was real. That was a genuine because I have several Todd McFarlane signatures, a couple that I've personally had him sign myself in person. So I was pretty much sure that that was authentic, and it is. So I think for $175 for a 9.8 dual signed of this book, very happy with that. Okay, so Brian says that Spawn is a variant. Okay, awesome. Do you know if it's like a 1 in 10, 1 in, 150, 1 in 100? If you happen to know, or it could be just cover B, for example, where there's not like a ratio of the variant. If you know anything else, let me know, but thank you for that. And then the last one is Spawn number 1. This is also signed. This one I paid $88 for. I said between a 9.4 and a 9.8. So a 9.0, so a little bit lower. This is harder to get, and it is signed by Todd McFarlane, and they did verify that it is signed by Todd McFarlane. Especially with a black cover, very hard to get these without showing, I mean, because even fingerprints will lower the grade. Now, this one has the certificate of authenticity um, as far as the grader's notes. Now, this one I don't believe had any grader's notes. I'd have to remove it really quick because the certificate of authenticity is blocking the grader's notes. But with a 9.8, I don't believe there's going to be anything on there. So I'm going to put that behind that. Now, remember, 9.8 doesn't mean there can't be grader's notes because it does. It says slight scuff top and bottom left corner front cover. So that's for this book. So you can have, as long as it's very minute, you can have situations like that where, especially in the top and bottom corners, you could still get 9.8s from that. So this one obviously will have more. It says multiple spine stress lines on the front cover. So as usual, if you know anything about my books, a lot of times there's damage on the spine, which is going to be harder to see. I mean, I don't see anything that breaks color, but I'm fine with it as long as they verified the signature. $88 for a 9.0. Probably ultimately in the end, maybe overpaid for that. I'm not sure what a Todd McFarlane Spawn number 1's going for. This isn't a newsstand or anything, so it's not a uncommon book, but signed makes it a little bit more common, but it does have white pages. But those are the two books, so probably not going to get the Tales of Suspense 39 until sometime next week or the week after. So, I'm disappointed in that aspect, but hey, I got comics today that I wasn't expecting. So, I mean, any day you get in comics is a good day. So, hopefully you guys aren't disappointed. But that's the thing about live videos, and you can see that I don't pretend to open up a box, look in it, and then do a, clickbait kind of, title or anything. I legitimately do it live, so you can see that my reactions are all genuine. It's not some performance to try and get people to click on my videos. So when that book comes, I'll be very happy and we'll do a unboxing then. So Brian says, not sure if it's a variant cover. I bought about 5 issues around that and remember the black and white variants. Brian says it's a black and white variant of the main cover. Okay. So I don't know if it's ratioed or anything, but hey, for a dual signed book at a 9.8, I think I did pretty decent on that one. So you guys can let me know. So thanks for watching. And Pino, Joey, and Brian, also Comic Mike, you're all today's surprise subscriber shout outs. So you guys know what to do with that. And if you want to critique the AI art, please do. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm sorry it wasn't what I thought it was, but hey, I'm not going to complain about getting my EGS books back. So check out EGS, go to their website, and just type in under Google or DuckDuckGo or wherever you go. Just type in EGS Comics. They'll send you the link to the website and use the code We Love Comics to get $5 off your first order. And again, you have to send 10 books in or more, and you'll also be able to get one of them pressed for free. You do have to mention both of those to get them when you send in the invoice. So go check them out if you haven't. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day. And don't forget, it's not you, it's not I, it is